So when you talk about sustainability, until you heal yourself, it is difficult to engage every other thing. As a Nigerian and an African and a Black man on this planet, wherever I see a Black person, I acknowledge him. At the source, at the heart, I know where he's from. And many of them did not choose to live here. They were kidnapped and transported. So there's living trauma within us, as there is within all humanity. There have been thousands of Nigerians that have done incredible things. Who's told their story? And we're blessed in Nigeria because we live our culture. You know, you're here, you have extended family.
I can run to.
Yeah, well, you can go and chill on your cousin's couch for 2 years. Try it in London. But sometimes we obsess about tribe. But nobody chose their tribe. Did you choose your tribe?
At all.
Did you choose your
definitely
tribe?
not.
I didn't choose my tribe. Kill the entitlement is the first thing I say, because nobody really owes you anything. And when you begin to look at it like that and translate the culture to each other,
Yes.
what happens is culture is no longer an enemy or something to fight over. It's something to celebrate. So it's not about leaving to go anywhere. It's about doing the best of what you have here.
True.
And you will find that 90% of Nigerians made it from here.
Hi, welcome back to your favorite podcast, the Naija Eco Vibes Podcast. And I'm here today, and my co-host, remember, I am Barrister Aturate Excella Sanga, the Legal and Policy Officer of Nigerian Conservation Foundation. We are currently in the heart of Lekki Conservation Center as usual. But this time around, we're in the crocodile lookout too. Watch out for crocs. Show me.
You want me to run from here now?
Please.
Hi, everyone. It's good to be here again. Of course, I am Shomi, Media and Communications Manager for the Nigerian Conservation Foundation. And like she rightly said, this is powered by the Nigerian Conservation Foundation. You can catch us everywhere at NCF Nigeria and at Naija Eco Vibes Podcast. So, Tura, what are we going to be talking about today? You want to give us the tea?
So, I wanted them to just look at my outfit and then they'll be like, okay, what's going on?
You are proud.
No. When you see my head, you see the head of the Queen Mother now. So today we're looking at connected culture for a sustainable future. You feel am?
Sharp, I believe you.
Connected culture for a sustainable future. And one unique thing about culture, which is our way of life, it's also a way of sustainability, because in the past, some of these things that we have been using, there are tendencies to keep reusing them, and that that encapsulates the entire concept of sustamobility, and that's why culture is really, really vital.
It's literally what we live.
Exactly. Our mothers then, if they use a clay pot, they can even pass it down to their children. So we know that these cultures are transgenerational, and that is what sustainability is all about. And that's what we do on this podcast, to talk about everything environmental sustainability and development, conservation, biodiversity, climate change, and whatnot. Practically, we are saying, as we live in the environment, we should also, keep the environment in a safe, greener, and, better way for our future or our children to come and meet a cleaner and greener environment. So that is just the entire concept of sustainability. And when we talked about this, shall we remember, we were like, who will we even actually feature on this particular episode?
Right.
Who has the momentum?
Tell me about it.
The charisma, the capacity. Or the media will say, egbe. to carry this topic onwards.
As they draw bars.
You get, and we could think no further than the Director General of National Council for Arts and Culture, in the person of. Please let me.
Drum roll.
Let me let him do justice to his portfolio. But we have a big name here with us today in the heart of Lekki Conservation Center, and he's no other than Obi Asika.
You're most welcome,
Well, live and direct. Nice to be here. Thanks a lot for having me.
Thank you, sir, for gracing us with your presence.
Yes.
Man, listen, you guys got me in the croc lookout, man. I'm still kind of,
You're safe, sir. We have a kind of pact with them.
No. Listen, I know I'm safe because you guys are here.
So in case
we can feed you guys first.
Okay, that's very interesting. But the good thing about the crocs we have here, they don't harm you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
Right. They know that we are safe.
Yes,
They are vegetarians.
Oh, the vegetarians.
Yes.
Okay, you bought that line, right? No, but the great thing though, but I must commend you guys, because I'm not even sure how many people know there's a place like this in Lagos, 78 hectares.
That's right, yes.
Right here in the heart of Lekki, opposite Chevron. I mean, it's incredible. And it's crazy to me. I've never actually been here. My wife has been here. She's a bit of an adventurer. She's done your canopy walk and all these things.
Oh, fantastic.
I mean, I'm a bit, I'm a black man. So, most of us are scared of nature. We actually don't necessarily engage it at the level that we should.
Right.
It tends to be the white guys that will come out and be like, oh, let's go adventuring.
Right. I want to live the life to the fullest.
Yeah, no, I'm just not that we don't want to live the life to the fullest, but for me, an adventure the weekend might be a barbecue. That's my white friend might jump off a mountain with a string on his back. I'm not so ready for that.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that it's run out here and it's young Nigerians doing this stuff. Your management, your team, your leadership. We're building a strategic partnership. So I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Let's do this. Let's go.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And we're very honored to have you here with us. It's not easy to get a personality like this,
And you get coming down here all the way from...
I mean, the monkeys...
Just keep going. What's going on?
All the species in our reserve.
I've seen a few.
And we have more.
I've seen the peacocks moving around.
Oh, have you seen the monkeys, the Mona monkeys?
I saw a couple of monkeys. I haven't... I mean, I'm not an expert, so I can identify them.
Oh.
Call them up and say, hey, what's up? What's your name?
Okay, so I mean, being in this field, being in this space of creativity, culture, and even now the strategic position you hold in NCAC, I mean, what is the drive? It has to be more.
Well, definitely. I mean, I think first of all, one of the first things that I said when I got here is how we really need to bring the creative community, closer to this community in terms of cross-cultural collaboration.
Yes.
Obviously NAFEST is coming in a couple of weeks.
True.
And that's the National Festival of Arts and Culture, which actually predates FESTAC.
Right.
Yeah, in this country. So FESTAC is actually almost like NAFEST, but bringing the world. That's really what happened. Yeah, because NAFEST started in 1970. FESTAC is 77. Do you understand?
Right, yes.
But, NAFEST as a brand, we bring together all the states of Nigeria and we have them compete in cultural competition, so to speak. So I call it like a cultural Olympics.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. And you guys are partnering with us in Enugu, November 22nd to 29th. We're doing a tree planting. I'm excited about that. We do a tree planting with the governor to sort of commemorate the former leaders of the East.
Right.
And do that at Okbara Square by the pine forest, right?
Interesting, yes.
So we'll do that. And then, of course, we have a colloquium, a conference, which is also focused on sustainability.
Yeah.
So you're going to have your DG out there. We have the DG of the Nigerian Economic Summit Group. We have the CEO of the Gotha Institute. We have the chairman of the British Council.
Right.
We have the EU ambassador for West Africa. So you have some heavy hitters.
Right.
And we're talking about connected culture, unlocking the subnationals, right? Everything in Nigeria is actually in the subnationals. It's in the states.
Very correct.
True.
Federal government is really just policy, but the states hold
That's
the
where
assets.
implementation happen.
Yeah, the states hold the assets, they hold the money.
True.
So we really want to try and push them. There's no state in Nigeria that does not have the assets to have a multi-billion-dollar sector every year. I'm not talking about theory or potential. The stuff is there right now, but you've got to invest to unlock it. Because when we're talking about connected culture, we're looking for the connections in the culture.
Exactly.
So what are the connections? Everybody is born. Everybody dies. And we have processes how we celebrate those things. Everybody has marriage and burial and naming ceremony. Every single culture, subculture in Nigeria has these things. And when you engage it from that prism, you now begin to see the connections and the similarities.
Right.
The Durbar that we see in the north is identical to the Ofala in the east and Odurioba in the west. But we haven't looked at it like that. And when you begin to look at it like that and translate the culture to each other, what happens is culture is no longer an enemy or something to fight over. It's something to celebrate. Because once I understand what your culture is, I can embrace it. So if you gather Igbo people and you say Igbo Kwenu, they understand immediately what you're saying. Yeah? You know what they're saying. But, but I need to explain to you the context of Igbo Kwenu if you're not Igbo, for you to now be able to engage it and participate. And it's the same thing with every part of Nigeria and every part of the culture. Because what I tell people all the time is, none of us picked our parents, right?
True.
That's God, right? You don't know. You weren't in the womb going, hey man, I'm arriving in New York.
I feel like be a the America now.
Oh, Canada, you know.
How I think reach Nigeria? Who run the mass?
In fact, let me tell you the funniest thing. As you say, I'm now. Me personally, I tell people all the time, if I had the choice to be born again, I'd be born in Nigeria.
Woo!
For sure. Who has more swag? Nobody.
Nobody.
Who was first on the planet? Us.
Actually.
Who has In fact, we have it all. The problem with us, a lot of the time, is we refuse to see what we have.
Right.
You know, it's like the people driving on the Lekki Expressway every day. They drive past this place. They don't know it's
You know
here.
that there's something like this here.
I mean,
Right.
and you're looking for places to go.
And it's affordable.
Listen, it's not even just that. Let me tell you something.
Right.
Anybody who's in the creative industries and the cultural industries, who's a creator,
Yes.
an artist, a musician, a visual artist, a graphic artist, an author, a painter, I don't care what it is they do.
Yes.
The first thing they need when they are creating is a serene environment.
Very true.
They need a calm place
Yeah.
that is going to give them the energy to create. So I came here and I'm like, man. So the musicians, for example, they'll do writing camps. And what is the writing camp? They're just going to rent one house in Lekki One, put a bunch of people in 4 rooms, and they'll be sitting in different rooms, the AC. That's it. No, it's not like they're sitting there looking at the ocean and getting the vibration.
Yeah.
So it's artificial, right? But you come here and you're like, man.
And nature
You
speaks.
connect with nature.
Listen,
Just
you
be-
calm down. It's like anywhere you go where it's nature, you will find that the blood pressure comes down.
Right.
You will calm down.
Premium
Your breath will
oxygen.
slow. Yeah, because here it's all natural, right?
Yes.
And it's something that we take for granted.
True.
Very
You just
true.
look around you. These are palm trees, right?
Yeah.
All over the place. You know that the world tourism industry is what, $500 billion? What are they chasing to get to the palm tree?
Exactly.
That's what they're chasing. The palm trees, we just walk past every day. We have them everywhere. You might even have it in your house. I'm
Right.
telling you, right? So
Sure.
it's one of those things.
You talked about something very important. Where you talked about different cultures from different parts of Nigeria.
Yeah.
You talk about Ojude-Oba down here in the west.
Ofala and Onitsha,
Yes.
Durban and
Okno.
Kano,
Yes. So I'm going to say now, for instance, look like Nigeria's population, about 60% are young people.
100%.
You know, and it feels like now even more. And a large number of people, like we're losing touch. It feels like what younger people care about is just what's happening online. Where's my phone? I'm not sure if anybody cares about culture and all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
but guess what?
Okay.
Without the culture, there's no content.
Right.
So even to be online, if you're not actually pushing that, what are you pushing?
Exactly.
You're not pushing anything.
Right.
That's why you're seeing more and more of the young travel bloggers sharing real experiences of a lived Nigeria.
True.
So yes, there are some young people that are disconnected and are focused on what I call extractive relationships,
Right.
which is all about, I'm leaving.
Aha.
Yeah, listen, let me tell you, at the end of the day, the unfortunate reality for anybody who doesn't understand it, less than 1% can ever go anywhere.
Mm.
So where are you going to? And everywhere you go, you're going to run into Nigerian.
You just had shocker here.
We're in 200 countries now. We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
70% of black people everywhere are Nigerian.
Actually.
Right.
Or for the last
being-
800 years.
Mm.
So it's not about leaving to go anywhere. It's about doing the best of what you have here.
True.
And you will find that 90% of Nigerians made it from here.
True.
Don't matter where they are based.
Yes.
Based from here, they made it. So
Right.
just do your thing, work hard,
Yeah.
kill the entitlements is the first thing I say, because nobody really owes you anything.
True.
Your parents give you a good education
Yeah.
and give you the opportunity to live life and see life. That's basically it. Everything else after that is a bonus. Yeah.
Right.
If you were a white boy in England, 16, you're paying rent at home. Most people. Popsy will tell you that, man, the rent bill is coming. That means you got to go get a job
Right.
at A-level
I'm bring
time.
a portion.
Hustling.
You're going to university, you're paying for your fees through a loan.
Right.
You know, but Nigeria, you'll be doing PhD, your parents are still paying.
Yeah.
And we take it for granted as if
For
it's normal.
granted.
True.
So there's a lot of things we have and advantages. You know, you're here, you have extended family.
I can run to.
Yeah, voila, you can go and chill on your cousin's couch for 2 years and be eating, no stress. Try it in London.
When you have
Try
thrown
to
your
do
stuff
your
outside. long
Second
ago.
day, they only waste time. Say, my guy, I'm working on. Me too, I get billed. They come 3 times
What's
a
your own
week.
portion?
Yeah.
What are you doing? If you're not contributing,
Yes.
you're just
Your
extra weight.
liability, yeah.
Yes.
And nobody needs extra liability.
True that. So would we agree that, culture, creativity, they inspire sustainability?
I don't know if they inspire sustainability, but they do better with sustainability.
You do better.
And I'll give you an example, right? If you really think about things fall apart, one of the greatest pieces of art created from the continent, what is it about really? It's about the culture. It's about the people in their original form and the fallacy sometimes of culture. Of Okonkwo following what he believes is his right culture to end up killing his son. It's the tragedy of the fall of the man, right? And all of these things are encapsulated in that incredible story. But if you read it as a kid, trust me, if you go back now and read it, it's totally different.
Yeah.
Two different.
Because now you've lived life. You've lived a lot more. You've seen a lot more. And you can really understand the context.
The things are still falling apart now. The center cannot hold.
No, but guess what? What? That's the journey of life.
Yeah.
If it was just simple, if you look at America, that everybody thinks or knows is the premium country on earth, the journey is not simple. The journey from where America came from as a UK colony, through the Civil War, through the slavery, emancipation, all of these things to arrive at where they are today, it's not some simple story. But guess what? The Americans are amongst the greatest storytellers on earth.
Right.
So no matter what it is, you know what the American dream is. You know the American story. From their perspective. The subs in America, the African Americans, the Indians, those who've been sort of erased, they fought hard for you to hear their story as well.
True.
As an adult is when I found out the cowboys were black.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. The cowboys are black. They erased the black cowboys and started making movies with white people because those are heroes. And if you're running a white society, you want your hero to look like you. It's identity and narrative. That's culture.
That's culture. Right.
You know, something very striking storytelling. And I just recall that you have a documentary on Journey of the Beats trying to...
Sure, man. Have you seen it?
Yeah. I followed it. I had to do my due diligence.
Go watch it, man. Go watch it.
So, I mean, I want to relate that to, what we do in terms of, sustainability and environmental consciousness. Can we use story? Is it possible to use storytelling, art, creativity, as a movement for sustainability, as
like
a way of
an advocacy tool to drive
and environmental consciousness?
I think it's the only way you can do it. I think every other way is like propaganda. And propaganda, nobody buys propaganda in 2025. Because now you have social media and it's democratic. Everybody has an opinion,
citizen journalism is a thing. Everybody.
Yeah, so everybody's doing citizen journalism. These ones are doing this. So who is the real editorial voice? That's the question that comes up. But you see, the thing is that when you have a natural storyteller, a spoken word artist, a poet, a writer, engage the topic, and then you bring it alive. It's about animating the topic. You bring it alive and you begin to look at Anansi the spider. You begin to look at African folk tales. All those things are about environmental sustainability. It's just about how you position it. So if you want to get across to young kids, you use animation and cartoons and you begin to explain what this is. Gulliver's Travels, for example, which some people might remember, was a kid's book and a cartoon. But guess what? I studied at A-level English. And when I studied at A-level English, they explained to us that actually it was a political satire. That the Lilliputians were dwarfs were actually the author presenting the difference between the elites and the commoners. But there's no way you're going to think about that when you're reading as a kid. As a kid, it's just a giant and a bunch of... and that's,
you're just enjoying the story at that level.
Yeah, but you see, stories have layers and it's every story. And the other thing is that there are many different ways of storytelling.
Right.
So telling stories is not just like what we're doing now. Which is almost like a modern day Tales by Moonlight. A podcast is almost that kind of situation. We're sitting here, we're having a communal conversation, right? But the storytelling could be through a painting. It could be through a music video. It could be through a video blog. It could be through a graphic artist, right? If I let me tell you, if I speak to just some of the guys I know, and I said they come out here and they spend a day here, and they do a blog from here. That blog, by the time if it's young Toby or whatever, by the time it's 2 million views.
Toby, you're hearing that?
Right.
And I'm going to tell him to come and do this blog. Right. Because Tayo, I know all these guys, me, Fabemi.
So you're calling them directly now?
I'm calling their names right now.
Right now?
Me, Fabemi. At the end of the day, you look at Ojuri Oba, it's his knee that went there 3 years ago and shot the place and gave it that first look. But then my man, Farouk, who you can have come here, Mr. Steez.
Interesting.
Yes. I've known him for 34 years.
Wow.
We went to university together. I've been to Ojuri Oba with him many times. Not forget this government thing. And I've known, he'd be good every year. Folks like, "Oba, you come in, I've got the horses, I've got the family." So when he was going super viral that day, I was calling him.
That you know you're everywhere, you've got fire.
He didn't know, man. It was about 10 p.m. that night. He came online, he's like, "Jesus." I said, "Yeah, man. It's a whole different thing." So what we did was, we made him an ambassador for the culture within like a week. Right. Yeah, because we know that they're not going to jump on it. They don't understand what to do. So I made him ambassador. He's like, "Bro, why?" I said, "Don't worry about it. Make you ambassador for the culture. give you that elevation. Let's see what happens. Within a month, Airtel was on him.
Wow.
Ojiri Oba went from whatever they got in 2023, 24. This year they got 2.7 billion.
Interesting.
From sponsors. And a lot of that is because of him.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I want to ask at this point. So of course now we see how important culture is and the role it plays. So for instance, I know there's a culture now. I think it's somewhere in the East. They don't kill like snakes, pythons.
Some places in the East. Some places in the North as well.
Imagine.
And that's a connected culture conversation.
Exactly. So how do we, for instance, now get to drive this message to the nooks and crannies of the country so everybody remembers that, so we don't lose valuable parts of our culture. So sustainability as well is preserved in the long run.
Well, I think one of the things is this. The fact is those practices persist.
Yes.
And one of the things about culture, I tell people culture is not something that sits on the wall in your house.
Right.
And we're blessed in Nigeria because we live our culture. In many places in the world, the culture is a relic that's sitting on the wall in a museum.
And people just come to visit
from time to time. Oh, that's how we used to live.
No.
But guess what? In 2025, we're still wearing abada.
Exactly.
We're still eating our food. We still speak our languages.
True.
So we're blessed that we are still foundational in our cultures. We still have respect for our traditional leaders. We still do those things. Yes, of course, modernity is there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Youth is there. 70% of the population is like 18, right? Average age of the country is 18. So that's exciting.
Right.
So what you got to do is represent the culture to that audience in a way that can engage it.
Yeah.
And
Beautiful.
people are doing it organically already. So I tell people, look, it's like this. It's like, I also think Nollywood, and I tell the Nollywood guys, there's an age problem.
Yes.
Where are the Nollywood stars that are under 21?
Actually,
how are you talking to those people? Where's the TV programming for kids? There's no Nigerian TV programming for kids. So all your kids are watching Ben 10, Disney, every other thing.
Exactly.
There's no Nigerian content.
That's my concern, exactly. So how do those people lose touch with what's ours?
Well, of course they lose touch with what's yours, but it is you that's asking the question that can fix it.
Right.
That's the reality. Everybody has agency. Everybody has capacity. There's nobody stopping anybody. So in 2025, don't talk about it, be about it. Make it happen. And bring it to the table. I can tell you for free, TV channels are looking for content. They're looking for programming. They're looking for angles to engage young people.
And we have a very beautiful scenery for
that they can come and do stuff.
For production.
Listen, I was telling you, I'm already said now, I'm here. I've been here today. I told your DG, I told your director that, listen, at the end of the day, to my view, a lot of music videos should be being shot here.
True.
A lot of bloggers should be using this place.
And those are
a lot of writers and authors should be coming to sit here. Painters, spend 3 days here, 3 weeks here in a retreat. Do your whole collection for your next exhibition. And having been here now, Chuma, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to a few people. Anthony Ezekwa. I'm just calling their names. I'm calling their names because it's for them.
True.
They need to come and experience this place.
Yeah.
And in experiencing it, it will affect the work they do. And that work they now put out, they can collaborate with you guys. You guys can collaborate with visual artists and do exhibitions. Yeah. So if you get 30 artists who come and create from here, you run an exhibition, the exhibition is here and also in town, bang. This is the art period in Lagos. Artex Lagos opens tonight. Afrif is on. Bang. It's all happening November. Period, 12 months, let's plan it. NCAC, NAFEST, we drop sustainability. Do you have Sustainability Week in Nigeria?
In Nigeria, we don't. But we have World Environment Day.
Yes.
No, leave that one.
So some guys hop on Sustainability Week, but it's not so heavy.
It's not. I get what you're saying. It's not a standalone.
Do you have Conservation Week? Nigerian Conservation Week. Okay, so I launched the brand. I'm just telling you.
Right.
NCAC, NCF, we launched Nigerian Conservation Week. We're going to bring partners, NESG, bring federal government. Do you understand?
Yes.
And then you aggregate. There's a lot of people who do not necessarily understand why they have to pay attention to the environmental issues, to climate change, to sustainability, until they get to a place where their house gets flooded. They're like, that's what you meant.
Right.
So, God, the thing affects me. Now you don't have to explain it again because everybody is actually impacted by environment.
Yes.
You cannot say you don't know about global warming.
At all.
Yes. Because you have all seen the weather cycle change.
Right.
We've seen the weather cycles change. I don't even know when rainy season is again.
That's the
growing up, it was a different time of year.
Change.
True.
Have you noticed? Do you know that? It was a different time of year.
Yes. We could accurately predict it.
In fact, now you have to actually look for Harmattan.
What are you talking about?
You have to.
Yeah.
So Nigeria, and the other thing about it that's crazy, was growing up, if you grew up, I mean, I've lived a lot of time in the West, right? People spend their time looking for green. The whole world is flying all over the place looking for this, green. We are living in green and playing football on artificial grass. Just think about what that means. Is that not slightly, it's not even slightly, it's mad. It's mad. But this is the problem, right?
Yeah.
You know, when you're blessed with everything,
you tend to overlook. You don't appreciate, you don't see the value of what you really have.
you're on the
until you lose it through deforestation, illegal mining.
You're on the Garden of Eden.
Right.
And you're just still walking around blindly.
These are the privileged blinds.
That's the Nigerian conundrum.
Yeah.
You know, because you're blessed with everything and you have everything, you take it for granted. When you go to some places that have never had the sun, you know, there's some countries that get the sun 1 month a year.
Wow.
Yeah. Go to Finland, go to Iceland.
Yeah. Even some countries that don't even have rainfall, artificial, they have to actually create artificial rain.
Right.
And we have it in surplus.
Countries that don't have beachfront.
True.
We have 1,500 kilometers on one line from Badagry all the way to Uyo. How much of the beachfront have we developed? Less than 100 kilometers. Less than 10%. In every country in the world, the beachfront is $1 billion. Go to Rio and try to buy beachfront. By the time they send you the bill, you understand what I'm saying. Go to Miami. Go to LA. Do you understand? It's just think about it. Think what beaches are.
In a few years, Mr. Asika, you would say, go to Nigeria. You will see it at Lekki Conservation.
Reference this place as well.
We pray. That's why at some level, I agree with the coastal road. Because you need to open it up.
Yes.
Because actually, from Ondo to Lekki 1 is nothing if you're going on the beachfront. It's not nothing. It's a 40-minute ride.
So I mean, not to deviate from what you're saying, but I mean, I can see a lot of things coming out from this partnership with NCF and NCAC. So I mean, people, our audience are listening and they're, anticipating for what we have for in Enugu November. And so what is this partnership?
Well, first of all,
how's it gonna be?
At one level, there's the communication level of the partnership, is like the branding.
Yeah.
Right? So the colloquium that we're having is focused on sustainability.
Yeah.
The conversation is around two elements, right? Exploring the economic potential of the creative and cultural industries in a sustainable fashion. We're also going to be doing tree planting exercise at Opera Square, led by the governor of Enugu State. And the governor will be planting trees, hopefully with the families of all the former leaders of the East. So to commemorate them,
do we have an idea of the trees? Because there's this saying that everybody's planting trees. So, do we have an idea of the number of trees that will be planted?
Oh, I think at least 40. Right?
40?
Yeah, just in terms of the initial tree planting.
Okay, just the initial phase, but we have subsequent...
But you're going to do it by the pine forest, right? So it's going to create an incredible line that foreshadows in front of Government House. Now, in Enugu, they're also developing significant tourism assets.
Yes, the governance.
They're building the biggest zip line in Africa. They're building the highest canopy walk. They're doing the caves. They're damming the rivers to improve the waterfalls. So all of these things come into your space. So naturally for me, we will seek to bridge that relationship between NCF and Enugu State to see how can we progress this in a more sustainable manner. And that's part of that conversation on the panels. We're expecting your DG and some of your team. Maybe you guys are going to be there as well. We don't know.
Hopefully.
So definitely. So for us, it's the beginning of a relationship. I think we take it as the beginning, not the end. I'm not interested in transactional relationships. I look at strategic. What's the long-term value for both sides? For us, we want to see the sustainable conversation. There's a lot of money in the climate sector that can come into the culture sector at the global level. We have people who are Nigerians, who are CEOs of I have 3-4 friends. Tariya, I called your name. I'm just saying some friends. I'm telling you. I got some friends. I'm going to send this thing to them and say, listen, you're CEO of the Climate Fund. You're sitting on $7 billion. How much has come into Nigeria? How much has come to Africa? If nothing has come, why?
And if they have, at what level? Because we have...
No, because I'm here with NCF. You're the national body.
We'll give you the statistics, sir.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going randomly. I'm going with you. We're going to write the thing together.
Yeah,
say, hey, that's what I'm talking about. So it's not about any random actions.
Yes.
I think
Fantastic.
if we are integrated and focused, we win together. And the other side is, what does a win look like?
Okay.
For me, the win is when the artists are creating and you begin to see it as natural, that they're communicating and putting this stuff into their work.
Yeah.
Look at what just happened. And in fact, I congratulated her without even knowing the full story. My sister and friend, Omoyemi Akerele,
Okay.
who owns and has produced Lagos Fashion Week for the last 15 years.
Right.
Yeah, but see, Omoyemi, when I first met her, there used to be a magazine called Genevieve Magazine,
Yes.
Betty Rebel.
Yes.
Omoyemi was the style editor, okay? There was also a magazine, I can't remember the name now, it was a West African female magazine run where Bola Atta, who's now CEO at UBA Foundation, was the publisher working for Mnet. And she and her partner were working these two magazines.
Right.
And in 2005, we were creating the production crew and the team to do the first Big Brother Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
So I moved her, that's her first big project in television. So Moemi and Bola, they were partners at the time, said, why don't you guys come and style the show? So that our hosts are wearing whatever you determine they wear, and you come into a different area of media.
Attire.
And from there, we've just been watching her move. And they won the Earthshot Prize this week. I don't know if you guys know.
Yes.
They won the prize this week. That's for climate change and affectability. And I was congratulating her. Then somebody said to me on her idea, I was like, hey, congratulations. And so she sent me a heart. So I just sent her a thing. I said, where's my commission, man? Don't ask for sponsorship next year.
Because you're covered already. So I was going to say, now you mentioned, when you spoke earlier, you mentioned tree planting.
Yes.
At NAFEST. So I was going to ask, so of course, you also mentioned past leaders probably having their families around. So is there a story around that?
Well, I think the story is that, first of all, when you bring the families, you're bringing legacy.
Right.
Because you're connecting present leadership to past leadership.
Yeah.
Right.
We do the tree planting. That also provides the legacy, because those trees are going to be there, I don't know, 250 years. Do you understand?
Yes.
And then NCF becomes the body that made it happen at NAFEST. Now, NAFEST, the interesting thing about NAFEST, the National Festival of Arts and Culture, it was created by the head of state, General Gowon, in 1970 as a platform to heal Nigeria and bring it together after the Civil War.
Right.
Yeah.
And guess what? The first NAFEST was held in Lagos in 1970, maybe 6 months after the end of the Nigerian Civil War.
Wow.
And the East Central States, headquartered in Enugu, won it.
Wow.
So I think it's a beautiful thing that we're going back to the source.
Right.
We haven't been in Enugu since 2007.
Oh, wow.
And because states hosted every year, different states.
Okay.
Last year, we had it in FCT. That was the first one I did. We had about 30,000 people come through over the week. This year, I expect about 100,000 in Enugu.
Interesting.
We're in the International Conference Center the whole week.
Yes.
We're not Barra Square the whole week. We have the night market. I don't know if this is going out before NAFEST, but if it does, everybody's invited, because
Yes.
we've got the full week of programming. And some of the things that are happening, because we rebranded it, right? You're talking about how you get the young people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So they had the cooking competition. No. Now it's called Jollof Wars, right? We had the fashion show. No, it's called the swag show. Yeah, we had the dance off. We have the dance off. We have the sing off. Because you have Naija Home Makeover. Because we created all those things, rebranded everything, and did it all last year. And let me tell you, your preconception about who a Nigerian is, all of mine has changed. Because I get to the swag show and I'm watching the swag show and I'm thinking before the thing, and I'm thinking, the Igbo boys will do well. The Lagos boys are Yoruba. They're going to come with the swag. Let me tell you, the Northerners came heavy.
Right.
I think Nasarawa State or Adamawa won the swag show.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm telling you. And they also won the dance off. So you're saying to yourself,
Wow.
man. And they were coming like it's P Square. No, they came heavy. I'm just telling you. So when you see it, you're like, oh my God, this Nigerian talent is not in one or two places.
True.
It's actually everywhere.
True.
And because it's everywhere, it fits into our soft power brand, Nigeria everywhere.
Yeah. And that speaks to the resilience of Nigerians. And that informs this question. It's really been burning in my chest to ask you. How creatives can actually integrate sustainability into their work.
Yes.
How can we make that happen? Because, like you've rightly established, these environmental problems, they're the problems of everybody. So whatever you do, whatever niche you find yourself in, the environment is here. This is the only earth.
It's not shifting.
Exactly, it's not shifting. So how can they integrate sustainability into their work, into their, the industry?
I think a lot of it, first of all, it starts off with collaborations like ours.
Yeah.
It starts off with creating guidelines. information that we can use to educate the creatives.
Yeah.
Because when they do that, they can end up becoming like the Lagos Fashion Week, where they don't just do it, they get rewarded for doing it.
Yeah.
So those guys they're getting £1 million. £1 million in our environment, in our currency is incredible. It's good money anywhere. But here it's even more important.
Yeah.
But it's not just the money, it's the leverage and the platform.
Exactly.
And what you'll find is, for example, if you go to Nollywood and look at the filmmakers and what they do, a lot of the filmmakers, a lot of the stuff they're doing is grant driven. It's about cause marketing. So, and really, what is this sector about? It's about cause marketing.
Yeah.
It's about grants. And I think there's a big nexus for Nollywood, the documentary people. There's some friends of mine, one of the big players, a couple of the biggest culture players in Nigeria, Jamana Nikulapo, who's the founder of Cora, the Committee of Relevant Art. If he hasn't been out here, you need to get him. Femi Odubemi, writer, producer, who's been in advertising and in television and film for 30 years. And together with Makin Shoyinka, they own a platform called IREP. IREP is a documentary film festival. There must be a lot of people shooting around environment. Bring those films to that festival. Let's up the conversation. You got it. The bottom line is, you guys have been doing a great job for a long time. I'm well aware. But what we need to do is, we can add rocket fuel to what you've been doing.
Exactly.
Because we work with the guys who have attention, have audience, have leverage, and have the ability to...
mileage.
Ability to make it, to grow it. So it's like, as I'm sitting here, we're talking, we'll get some attention. But if Davido is sitting here, Flavor, Asake, you already know. It's like, you like Asake. The way you just changed, our whole body language just changed.
Like,
Asake, but you need to come, man. The barrister's here, man. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Then, of course, if you get a basket mouth, Alibaba. You know, for example, comedians, a lot of people don't understand that most comedians, the greatness comes from pain. They're not just funny for funny's sake. It is pain that causes you to learn humor. So you need to understand that and understand that the act of storytelling. Just as the authors, the writers, I mean, I could tell a story, but let me tell you, there's some people that when they start, you just be like,
you're glued.
No, you just be like, how did you just create that? I have a friend, he'll sit here and he'll be like, did you see that monkey there? That monkey is this. Then he'll tell you the name of the monkey and why the monkey is doing what the monkey is doing. And how the monkey just gave you a signal that you missed. And you're like, man, I was sitting here, I saw the whole thing. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So it's a real talent.
Skill,
And I think how we can work it, like you said, is you guys are the sort of holders. And you bring those frameworks and we translate it to them in a way and format that they can engage. And when you do that, then you get the win. Because the work is happening every day. But I tell people in the tourism space, my colleagues who are DGs on the tourism side, we must engage those influencers. Guys who just woke up and said, you know what, my work is going to be touring Nigeria. Nobody sent them.
That's huge.
Nobody sent them. They're touring Nigeria. That's so big. I found him. I don't wait for anybody to introduce me. I come into your inbox. I said, my guy, this thing you're doing, how far? Let's talk. How old are you, self? I don't even know. The guy's in law school or something.
21.
Something like that. He gave me a bill. I just started laughing. I said, bro, if it was that simple, all of us be doing this thing. I'm going to leave my job right now and join you. But the thing about it is I love the fact and the energy of what they're doing. Because nothing works more than authentic storytelling.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
If you're the one, if I tell the story, it could be like, oh, it's the government, you're saying this thing.
I know, sir. The telling of the story is also another way of sustainability because we are preserving the culture.
Of course.
The cultural heritage.
Of course. And you know, my mandate at NCAC is protect, project, preserve, and promote the living culture of Nigeria. So we have a program called Origins, which you guys will have to be part of.
We have to.
Yeah, and Origins is about the origins of man. And that's us. The first men, the first people on earth is us. So you have to proclaim your narrative. You have to canonize your civilization.
Exactly.
If you don't do it, who's going to do it? You think anybody else is going to do it?
Who will? Nobody.
No, they've been reducing us for centuries anyway. So we have to elevate ourselves. But not elevate yourself without reality. Elevate it with context based on history, fact, not fiction. And then explain to somebody that, you know what? Look at where we're sitting. Look at this environment. My eyes are like wondrous. I'm like, my God, I'm actually here. Do you understand?
And you even you haven't been to the.
Oh no, I know, but it's enough.
Okay, this is enough.
Oh, this is enough. This
we
is
have varied
to tell a
species
million
in here.
stories and
Exactly.
I know, but listen, it's guys who are gonna come in here and document all the species of birds you have in here. I know you guys have all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
yes.
And we're sitting in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
I saw some school kids arrive.
Yeah. We have conservation clubs in some of these schools.
Yeah.
But like you said, we need to escalate this and,
Listen,
preach more.
The
And
Lagos State Ministry of Environment should be partnering with you guys. The Lagos State Ministry of Education that has control over maybe, 20,000 public schools in Lagos is a place where you can push this stuff to. They bring their people in. Then, of course, private school proprietors who have the money. Because really, for our people, we need to find ways to really engage and keep them engaged. Because the culture and the environment are actually deep.
Yeah,
and the environment is something that you can't invent.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Very true.
The way it is out here. I mean,
Oh, this is regenerative. Nobody actually planted any of these trees. They just
just let it do
by
its thing.
itself. So they've been here for decades. They come see people and they're thriving.
No, you see, I mean, listen. If you didn't say it now, how am I going to know that?
Right.
But now they know it and they heard it. We haven't told our story, right? As people, as Nigerians, as individuals. How many Nigerian biopics have you seen?
Right.
Of anybody? There have been thousands of Nigerians that have done incredible things. Who's told their story? So that's a big, big gap.
And that's a space
on the media side, of course. I say it all the time so that other people can go and tell. I can't tell all the stories. So I don't feel like, I should be holding this thing.
No.
Everybody
should.
We're in an age where everybody's a storyteller. Because everybody has a phone.
Content creator as well.
Everybody's a content creator. We just published the first Nigerian Creator Economy Report this year. First ever done. And one of the things we've seen is just the amount of content Nigerians are pushing out. But you see, so we have seen the attention, billions of views, billions of eyeballs. Yeah. But the journey now is to move from attention to capital. That's the journey. Because once you move from attention to capital, i.e. industry, you've built those things, right? Yeah. So there's still so much more to come vis-a-vis Nigeria.
But what you're saying just gives me an imagination of the future for Nigeria, where culture, creativity, and sustainability are married or interwoven.
100%.
Exactly. And then that shows to the kind of shifts that needs to be made now so we can have that sustainable future. Just the way we have the slogan on NCF, for people, for nature, for Nigeria.
I like that. That's strong. That's strong.
Yeah, that's Nigerian Conservation Foundation, which also powers this podcast, and is also the...
You guys like, what, 65 years old?
We're 45 years old.
45, can you imagine?
And the premier environmental organization in Nigeria.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
Respect.
Just so they know.
Respect.
Thank
Give
you.
NCF their due respect.
Please.
Pay their dues.
Thank you.
Definitely. We're 50 this.
Wow. Lovely.
NCF's been around.
So our senior brother.
Exactly.
I didn't say anything. We're just here. We do what we do.
Awesome. So it's important to also note at this point is that, of course, this podcast, like we mentioned, is powered by Nigerian Conservation Foundation. And you can follow us and reach us at NCF Nigeria. And you can also keep tabs with the podcasts happening in real time at Naija Eco Vibes Podcast
on YouTube.
100%. I mean, I'm just thinking about, how we need to get some of the guys and the girls to come out here and participate in this podcast.
There needs to be
definitely,
shifts,
I think. And you know what it is someone like a Yemi Akerele who just won the Earthshot Prize, Lagos Fashion Week, 15 years. She's probably resting now after the hectic thing.
Week, yes.
You get her to come and talk about that journey to Earthshot.
And you could see the display of African, cultural heritage during the Fashion Week. And
those things it's all about sustainability. Adire, Akwete, This is it. And those fabrics and the patterns in the fabrics, which themselves are language.
Right.
That's an economic asset.
Yeah.
We have to protect it. And we need to be able to move with that. And working with people like UNESCO.
Yeah.
You've seen what the Ghanaians been able to do with GIS for Kente. We want to try and do the same things for all our cloths and fabrics. Because I myself, I was amazed to find out that in the fabrics themselves, the patterns in the fabrics are language, right? So sometimes if they're wearing the clothes, a woman may be wearing something that signifies she's single and available.
Wow, that's storytelling.
Yeah, if you didn't know, you didn't know, right? You can't engage.
Yes.
But if the woman knows and the guy knows how to approach. Do you understand?
Yes.
That's culture. The sustainability of it is how does it survive through the centuries so that you can still continue to engage it?
Exactly.
And that is where sometimes we lose some of it. But the beautiful thing about this place is we still have deep oral historians in every community in Nigeria who will come and tell you who this community is, how they came to be in this place, and that evolution. And that's what we need to begin to use this digital age to record and bring to this platform like this so you can elevate it and spread it and share that knowledge. Because trust me, most of us are walking around without the agency of the power of our culture. And we're just walking, so in essence, walking around blind. As if you just arrived. You didn't just arrive. We've been here for a million years.
Yes.
We are the origins, but to be the origins also carries a responsibility. Because you are one with nature. Just as we're sitting out here, you are one with nature. And if you get the real artist out here, what they will create will amaze you. And that thing that they create, which is human expression, it's intellectual property.
True.
That's where the money lies, right? So, we know we're commercial people out in So you have to connect that commercial side to the culture side and the sustainability side to retain that interest, but also retain the fact that it's your own self-interest to protect your environment, to ensure that what you do is sustainable, so that your grandmother, you will have children who will become grandparents.
We say these things when for deforestation. If you cut down trees, what of the trees? If they had cut down trees in the previous generation,
would you see something to cut?
Do you understand? We need something to cut.
Yes.
And people make all sorts of excuses that you need to make furniture and all of that.
Nonsense.
But no, there's a way you do that
sustainable ways. If you look at the logging companies, I'm not going to mention the nations they're from, but there are many of them out here in Ogun State. And I'm sure you know that the elephant herds have almost disappeared from Nigeria.
Exactly.
There used to be something like 6,000 to 60,000 elephants migrating across this country every year. Adamawa, Yola, Nasarawa, from Edo. We don't see it happen anymore. And it's the deforestation that has caused it. Because they need the green. Right?
Yeah.
The green sustains so many different life forms that were here millions of years before us.
True.
So what gives us the arrogance to kill them all? That's not the job. That's not our role as human beings. Your role is to protect and project and preserve, because if you don't, then we are done as a species.
Right.
Who got that?
But it is what it is.
Sir, we have to give you another title. A conservationist.
No, that's what it's not.
A cultural conservationist. Interesting.
Right.
Want to CC? Put after my name. CC.
Right.
CC, right? Just so our audience know why we have just one guest today. You can already see. Who was CC? If not the CC, Obi Asika himself.
The hype. Thank you so much.
No, it's not the hype. It's just to let them know that this is the powerhouse.
It is what it is. We're giving them, we're letting them know that this is. But sir, one interesting question as we begin to wind down, and I think it's very critical. We need to ask, because we've also established a few things. Young people are key, especially for a country like Nigeria. The target demographic.
Yeah.
A lot of people, a huge chunk of our population right now are young people.
70%.
Right. And so we need to in a way drum it down. So these young people, what's that valuable takeaway we need to leave with them?
Make them the ambassadors of everything you're doing. Let them own and push your narrative. And you sit back and enjoy the ride. It's that simple. Sometimes I tell people all the time, I can talk and tell you this, but guess what? If I ask Davido to do the same thing, the reaction is going to be different. If David tells young people that, listen, stop throwing plastic cans in the thing because it's killing your thing, then they will listen and understand.
So just say,
toilet. Let's go.
You get
the 30 BG gang will be like, let's run this thing.
Exactly.
Wizkid, Burna Boy, Flake, all of them, because at the end of the day, everybody is affected. It's not an individual thing. It's a communal thing. It's a human thing. And I think as we create that engagement and that connection, we'll begin to see it happen.
We really hope that it's something they take, consciously.
No, they'll take, because they all live. They all have parents. They all have family. They all have community. Everybody in Nigeria comes from a village somewhere. So everybody is affected. They know the story. You don't have to tell them.
Right.
They get to their village, they will see it. In their house, they see it.
When it's flooding in Lekki here,
their family, you see it. It's not just the flooding. You see the impact of not looking after your environment on your family and your friends. So the question is now, what can you do if it's not that you don't have to spend money, but you have a voice that can affect millions, bring your voice to the thing. Right? Be an advocate, be an ambassador.
Yeah.
It's not everything that's about money.
At all.
Some things are about survival.
Yeah.
And if you don't sort out the environment, none of us are
the
surviving.
common good of everyone, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. None of us will survive if we don't sort it out.
True.
And it's not about, my daughter's 14. I want her to be sitting around here with her great-grandchildren and coming to the same Lekki conservation place in 40 years.
Right.
And telling them stories. That's sustainability.
That her father was once here.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe she even has the interview somewhere on a phone.
Right.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
Dad's talking about at 14, she's going, Dad, you're in another interview. At 35, she might actually pay attention. Oh, yeah, you were making sense. You understand? So I think it's about, you have to meet people where they're at. You can't always, a lot of times we talk above the head of the people who we need to act the most, right?
Yeah.
Because we're thinking, there's this big issue. We're talking to government, we're talking to leaders. Nah, change the language, bring it down to the language and the tone that they are living at and give them the message in that way. And then let them do what they do.
Wow.
Spread it.
Let them do what they do.
Fantastic.
It's not about, if you prescribe, you'll be shocked at what happens. But if you actually just create the platform and the access, now they take it and they run with it.
Yes. So I don't know. It just caught my attention when you mentioned about making them run with. Do you think they really understand what's at stake? I mean the younger ones. Do you think they have that working knowledge of what's at stake now?
I don't think so. I think most people are just trying to survive. Just trying to get by.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're not waking up in the morning thinking, oh, my sustainable future. No.
Or the earth, it's at risk.
No, they're not thinking that.
Yeah.
All right.
So it is your work and the work of your ambassadors that'll make them come to the topic. And then maybe they begin to understand that the thing that was causing me a problem is because of my environment.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I now say that, because I'm having to cross from Bonny to Port Harcourt and the rivers have come up 10 meters because the shoreline is low. You now know it's the environment causing the stress.
Yes.
It's not just flooding in Lekki. It's all over Nigeria.
Yes.
The deforestation, the Lake Chad issues that are causing
drought
the
up
herders
north.
to move south. There's many issues in Nigeria that are all environmental related. So there's leadership. You have to advocate not just the young people, but the leadership in government. So they fully understand what you're talking about. Because a lot of them don't. They're you're blowing grammar. It's not grammar. Okay, that thing where they talk no be grammar.
You don't come down to the level.
You have to enter now.
Yeah.
So if you stay up here, only 2% are up here.
Right.
98% are here. So you've got to come to the 98.
Very wonderful session today. I'm like
if we keep talking,
who would even know? When they see your face, you're there at you're George at the Nigerian Idol, you're sitting up somewhere in another political space now because you have one time served during the Goodluck Jonathan's regime as well, and then now they wouldn't even know that you're a conservationist. And you see,
cultural conservation.
Sorry,
they don't know we're historians. They don't know we're intellectuals.
Cultural
Things
conservationists. Exactly.
they don't know.
Exactly.
But that's because as an adult and as an individual, everybody's multifaceted. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody has many different sides to them. The only difference is sometimes some of us get the platform to share.
Yeah.
So if we get the platform to share, take a responsibility to make sure that what we share is something that energizes us and elevates us and lets us understand the possibilities that lie in front of us. The possibilities of being Nigerian are incredible. The point is, can you take a hold of it and run with it? That's really the challenge for every Nigerian. Can you take a hold of what is, because everybody thinks they're chasing something somewhere else.
Yeah.
In reality, you're not chasing nothing. Because everything that anybody on earth wants is sitting right here in this country. It's just a fact.
Word right there.
No, it's a fact.
I mean, as we gradually, begin to wind down, we have some culture that we do here.
Our tradition.
Our own tradition. I mean, but before we go into that, we just want you to say, we usually call it a call to action. A point you need to emphasize on.
A world of difference.
For sure. I think my most important takeaway is like this. To say, as a Nigerian and an African and a Black man on this planet, connected culture means that wherever I see a Black person, I acknowledge him and I hail him, not because of anything, but because at the source, at the heart, I know where he's from. He's from here. Because 70% are from here anyway, over the last 1,000 years that are now worldwide and dispersed. And many of them did not choose to leave here. They were kidnapped and transported. So there's living trauma within us, as there is within all humanity. If you've ever been to America and you fly across the Atlantic, you know that there's turbulence in those waters and it affects you in the plane. And I tell people there's 24 million Africans that drowned in the Atlantic because of transatlantic slave trade. We are African. We have second burial. Has the rites been performed to heal those people? So when you talk about sustainability, until you heal yourself, it is difficult to engage every other thing. So that trauma has to go. Our leaders have to understand and engage to heal us, to make you whole. Because the African is built on duality, right? In our culture, in our cosmologies, and in our mythology, everything is duality. All of us in Nigeria, our DNA is 98.5% the same. But sometimes we obsess about tribe. But nobody chose their tribe. Did you choose your tribe?
At all.
Did you choose your
definitely
tribe?
not.
I didn't choose my tribe. So let's kill that and focus on connected culture, because connected culture is what connects all of us. And that's why it has to be sustainable going into the future.
Powerful last words.
I got you.
See.
You thought I was going off somewhere. You didn't know I was coming back. Yeah?
Very, very profound, sir. Very profound.
And I mean, just
this is it?
just to identify.
How much for the signature? Man?
We'll pay you in carbon credits.
Carbon credits, I don't mind that. It sounds like crypto.
I mean, fantastic. We've heard it all from Mr. Cultural Conservationist.
Right. So he's also going to pay us.
Yes,
7th, yes.
11, 25. Yeah.
So he's also going to pay us for the. So you're also going to pay us for the new acronym and new title we're giving you, CC.
Let him.
Title normally comes with some things. I'm an African. We're already titled men. So if you want to give me a new title, you have to come and drop some libations.
Some cola
Your director knows what's involved. You drop some libations. You drop some small change. Right. So we're not expensive.
Nah.
It's not like you have to bring up billion.
Are you sure? No. Nah, the king of Onitsha looks really regal.
He is now. He's also my bloodline. So we are royalty.
Oh, you see.
But thank you so
this
much.
is also part of our tradition. And
I
saw these boxes before I came on air.
Yeah.
How many of them I was going to steal?
You don't have to steal
at least one.
Right.
They hooked me up.
And I mean, we have some merchandise.
Could we do some little unboxing? Yes.
Oh, the merch is here.
Yes.
Well, the merch you talked about. Taking the.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's quite cool, guys. I like this.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. NCF.
And so people can also cop theirs too.
I know, they can cop everything. I got mine. Get yours.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for gracing us with your presence. It's been a fantastic lesson down history lane.
No, listen, you guys took me to the crop pool. I'm still alive. I'm thankful.
The birds have been singing for you.
Yeah.
Very happy you're
I hear
here.
the monkeys moving as well.
Yes. I mean, they'll come around when you have food items. They'll just come around to greet you and
So
say,
you just spread some things here.
Let's have
There's
a
no
doing.
You know?
all right. I mean, so we've heard it all. Shami, from everything we've said, we've really had a varied perspective to sustainability and conservation today.
Yes.
And I would say I'm very lucky, and you were lucky to have heard from this very, very strong personality here, our cultural conservationist, the DJ himself of NCAC. I am filled. I'm like somebody who just had pounded yam and we're here right now. I am full. And we are looking forward to NAFEST, and NCF will be there, where we are, starting this very milestone initiative of tree planting. And we know what tree planting does. A couple of years later, it serves as carbon sink within that environment. And this is it's a huge one, and it's also a major start to other possible collaborations. And we really thank you for staying with us. Thank you for rooting for us. The Naija Eco Vibes Podcast, proudly sponsored and powered by the Nigerian Conservation Foundation. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back at you next month.
Catch ya.
Thank you.
See ya.